What up, y'all? Spider here. We got NBBL week number 4 today, going up against DashingSceptile, a familiar foe of sorts. He coaches the Seattle Sigilifts. He's got a team of Ogrepon, Reggie Drago, Golden Go, Urshifu Single Strike, Deoxys Speed, Zapdos, Swampert, Wigglytuff, DEWGONG, and Salazzle. His Terra captains are Reggie Drago with Terra Dragon, Fire, and Steel, Wigglytuff with Fairy, Water, and Steel, and DEWGONG with Water, Grass, and Fairy. If you're wondering how we got Urshifu Single Strike in the 4th round, Deoxys Speed in the 5th round, and Zapdos in the 6th round, it's probably because this draft was kind of funky. We've seen some really strange drafts. Heracross getting taken round 1, Torkoal getting taken round 2, and then Venusaur round 3. Articuno getting taken round 3, Screamtail round 2. There's a lot of things that are going to fall naturally. So Reggie Drago is definitely going to be something we have to keep in mind. It does get Skill Shot, gets Dragon Dance. Obviously with Dragon's Maw, it can be a big threat. Terra, Fire, and Steel are also really good terrestrialization options for it. You can resist the ice type attacks from my Chien-Pao with those two. So something to keep in mind. Also, he doesn't have hazard removal. Now, one thing he did actually tell me that he's got something planned for Chien-Pao. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's going to be Thick Fat Terra Fairy DEWGONG, physically defensive. I think that's going to be his answer for it. Because nothing else really wants to deal with it. Swampert's good as a defensive pivot, but it can't take hits all day, to be honest. Once I get a Sword Stance up, we could be in a pretty good position. I do think it's going to be DEWGONG, and I think you're going to see that my Chien-Pao set is kind of tailored for that. So first up, like I said, we do have Chien-Pao here. It is a weakness policy set because I basically take any fairy type attack from DEWGONG, even if it Terra Fairies. If we're at full, we should be good there. We have 72 HP, max attack, adamant, 4 EVs into special defense, and 180 into speed. This will allow us to outspeed the Ogrepon. And basically, Alluring Voice or Play Rough if he's Terra Fairy does about half to me. So if I get the weakness policy boost, that'll be really good. It also is pretty nice for a U-turn Zapdos. But basically, if he brings in DEWGONG on a Sword Stance and he Terra Fairies, I crunch into another crunch, and he's never going to live 2 if he does proc the weakness policy. The moves are Sword Stance, Crunch, Icicle Crash, and Ice Shard. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't have enough speed to outspeed a Salazzle if it runs a lot of speed, but at the same time, if he's speed creeping Galvantula, I will outspeed it anyway. So I really feel like running the Adamant nature is going to be valuable for Chien-Pao. Next up, our Rapid Spinner Blastoise with the leftovers. We're Terra Electric, just in case I want to be able to take hits from Zapdos. I can always be a switch into that thing, potentially. So we're kind of mixed defensive here. We're max HP with 68 EVs into the physical defense and 192 into the special defense with a sassy nature and no IVs into speed. Trying to get that slow flip turn off on certain things like a Swampert. Obviously, Rapid Spin is to clear away hazards, and if Golden Goal wants to switch into me, I can just click Crunch, and we'll be in a pretty decent spot there. Because unlike Dark Pulse, I can actually lower the Golden Go's defense there, and hopefully, at that point, it can't just spam recover on me, hopefully. Also, if I am Terra Electric, he cannot Thunder Wave me, which is really cool. Next up is Edgren, my Granbull. With the leftovers, we are max HP with 180 physical defense EVs and 80 physical attack EVs with the Bold Nature. Play Rough, Super Fang, Taunt, and Earthquake are the moves here. This is basically just my pivot into Urshifu because Urshifu is annoying and I don't want to take Wicked Blows. Obviously, Intimidate doesn't really affect the Wicked Blow, but it is resisted, so that's fine. Taunt is kind of nice because I can stop certain things from recovering or setting up, like a Reggie Drago, who's already terrestrialized potentially, or a Deoxys Speed or a Zapdos. I can stop it from roosting. I can try to stop the Wigglytuff from wish passing, that is. Super Fang is nice to kind of chip things down, obviously, and then Earthquake will allow us to hit Golden Go a little harder, as well as Salazzle if that wants to be the switch in. And a Reggie Drago who's already terrestrialized. Next up, we got the Archaludon, the only stealth rocker on the team. We have max HP, 96 defense, and 164 special defense with a Bold Nature. I'll probably lead with this Pokemon, and if I can get up rocks, that's great, because again, he has no way of getting rid of them. Archaludon's also pretty nice for something like an Ogrepon and I guess Deoxys in most cases. He could run Focus Blast, but whatever. Sorry about that. That was a random timer. Basically, we just lead, get rocks up, and then try to do some damage. Body Press, Draco, Flash Cannon. Pretty self-explanatory. I didn't really feel like I needed much else. Draco's a little bit of a gamble because it makes me pretty passive if I don't have defense buffs from stamina yet. We're only clicking Draco in specific situations. Next up we got Galvantula, literally me, the spider with the magnet again. Now this time we are timid with 88 EVs into HP, max special attack, and 168 into speed. This will obviously allow us to outspeed the Urshifu, and I just think this Pokemon actually has a really good offensive matchup. I had Bug Buzz, I switched it to Volt Switch because realistically he's rarely staying in with the Ogerpon against Galvantula. That's really the only Pokemon I'm clicking Bug Buzz against. I mean that and Deoxys, but I could also just Thunder Deoxys. Ogerpon, either, like I said, either he switches, in which case I just Volt Switch anyway, or he's able to knock me out. You know, maybe I'm low enough. So I figured Volt Switch would be better in that case. Sticky Web is just really nice in case I need to try to slow things down. Again, no hazard removal. So if we could slow something down like the Ogerpon or the Regidrago or the Urshifu or the Deoxys or the Salazzle or the Golden Go, there's a lot of things that don't want to get slowed down in this matchup depending on, you know, what their set is. Last but not least, we do have Orleans, the Chandelure Choice Scarf. We're 104 EVs into HP and 152 into speed. This will allow us to outspeed an Ogerpon with the Choice Scarf. If anything has boots, that means it can't be scarfed. So I'll outspeed everything except, you know, Deoxys if the Sticky Webs are up. You know, if he's boots Deoxys, he will probably outspeed us because that thing will probably be speed creeping Chien-Pao. Flamethrower, Overheat, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball is the set here. I decided Flame Body would be better than Flash Fire. He's got a lot of physical attackers, and Ogerpon, if it's trying to U-turn around, we can try to burn that thing. Urshifu, if I'm predicting a U-turn, we can try to, you know, catch that thing with the Flame Body. You know, potential flip turn on DEWGONG. And honestly, I don't see me clicking a lot of fire type attacks unless he brings the Wigglytuff. I think Shadow Ball is just super spammable into this team. He does have Urshifu, but Urshifu is not the bulkiest on the special side. So that is the team that I'm bringing this week against Mr. DashingSceptile. We are 3-0 so far. We're going to hope to continue that streak here. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video right here, and I'll see you guys in the battle. Alright, here we are in the battle, going up against Ryan AKA DashingSceptile. Let's see what he brings. He does bring the DEWGONG. I knew he'd bring the DEWGONG. Oh my god. Dude, that's exactly why I brought Weakness Policy. It better not be Parashong. I'm leading Golden Gate to get rocks up. Actually, he could lead Salazzle. Do I really care? No. Well, whatever. We'll just do it anyway. Good luck, have fun to Mr. Ryan. I didn't see DEWGONG in any of my mocks. I had a good amount. I had a few mocks with this one. You know, Ryan kind of keyed me in. He's like, I got something special for it. And I'm like, all right. Terra Fairy Thick Fat DEWGONG is probably what it's going to be. I just hope my Weakness Policy works out. So he does lead Salazzle. I do just want to get rocks up. I'd also like to kind of fire off a Draco. If he's max HP, Draco still does a hefty chunk. I do just want to fire off a Draco, I think. He's going to Toxic, so he's going to be like the little Toxic Protect. I'm glad it's that over T-Spikes. I mean, he may still have T-Spikes, but connecting here would be beautiful. We do connect, and this should do a decent chunk. Yeah, so he's not able to substitute here, which is great. And I think I still just click Stealth Rock here. Clicks Knock Off, so he's going to knock my leftovers off. I do get a stamina boost, but that's kind of sad. Yeah, I really don't have the best switch in right now. I could just click Body Press. I don't really think it matters. I could Draco, I just really don't want to miss. And Flash Cannon should always knock you out still. So, okay, so he's just going to Flamethrower. So this is going to be pretty much a 1-for-1, except we got rocks up, which is great. So, and we're actually not going to drop to the Toxic here. So, yeah. Our Caledon wasn't, like, incredibly important here, I don't think. So, as long as we get the Terastallization off with the Blastoise to deal with Zapdos a little bit better, that should be pretty nice. Golden Go. This is nice as a sack. I think he probably clicks Nasty Plot. And the problem, I know I can't really do anything about that. I think I'll go Riptide just in case he's not clicking that move. I feel like, you know, I'm at -2. I can't really hit him with anything. It makes sense for him to have, or to go for Nasty Plot if he has it. No, he just clicked Shadow Ball. Okay, perfect. So we are pretty specially bulky. That still does a lot, though. So he looks to be modest, actually. He may be scarfed. That's definitely something to keep in mind. I like to terrestrialize and just flip turn, I believe. Crunch still isn't doing, like, too much, so I think I'll just flip turn. Okay, he's going to stay in here. I wonder what he goes for. I don't know that he just clicks Shadow Ball again. It's either, I mean, I would assume it's either Nasty Plot or something else. So, it is Nasty Plot, okay. So he's not scarfed, we know that. I really don't think you'd be like Kassidberry. I really don't. But you have to be modest, so the best you can be is like max special or max HP. Flamethrower always knocks you out. Okay, now do we click Flamethrower or Shadow Ball? I don't want to see DEWGONG come in on a Flamethrower. I'll still go Flamethrower. Yeah, okay. So, because I didn't really expect DEWGONG to come in there, because it is obviously his kind of answer for Chien-Pao, I'm assuming. So we are locked into that move, but I think that's fine. Jax Novoa. No vote. Okay, so that's your Shifu. I'm just going to go Granbull here, because that's my switch-in. So Granbull against Urshifu. See what type of damage you do. There's the Wicked Blow. %26, 26.3. I think he's adamant scarfed. The thing is, he could also just not be scarfed and he could U-turn here, so I don't really want to hard switch. I think if anything, I'll just Super Fang. I chip something. He's gonna hard. Okay, so it's likely he probably goes Desdemona. Okay, that is Zapdos. Does not take rocks damage. I'm really hoping to not get staticked here. Okay, perfect. And I can kind of trap him by just clicking Earthquake. I could Earthquake, but I could also just bring in Galvantula and go for Sticky Web. Yeah, I feel like Galvantula is probably the most expendable or the least useful on this team right now. So I'm just gonna bring it in. If he goes for Roost, that's fine. I just didn't want to take like a, I didn't want to take like a discharge in case he didn't go for Roost. And Earthquake was never gonna knock him out. It just would have kind of, I guess, annoyed him a little bit. I'm still gonna click it, I think, just because I know it's really gonna help against the Urshifu. We'll click Sticky Web here and see what he does. I could see, I mean, he could really go for anything. He does miss a Hurricane there, unfortunately for him. I'm just gonna Thunder here, throw off one of these. I do connect. I do have Compound Eyes, so that obviously helps. It is a 2-hit KO, as he does Hurricane. And he gets a crit. Okay, so that makes up for it by far. So he is offensive as well. I could just easily go Orleans here. Could also go Chien-Pao. No one move should knock me out, so I'm going to go Chien-Pao here. And I think we're going to Swords Dance on his DEWGONG switch in. Uh-oh. That's not good. Do you U-turn? You do! I get the weakest policy! Woo! Okay. I mean, I definitely wish you hard switched, but it is what it is. There are no DEWGONG sets in the calc. That's insane. Okay. So play rough with no investment still should not knock me out here. Okay, so he did get affected by that. So I'm at +4. He's gonna have to be pretty fat here to be able to take this. Yeah, he's gonna be fully physically defensive to take this. I'm gonna crunch. He's gonna Terra 217 on a 339. Oops. I'm at 64%. He's gonna need basically a max roll if he has no investment. But the more investment he has in attack, the less he has in defense. So, yeah, he is going to live this. I don't think... Oh, okay, he goes for Terra Blast. So this could be either physical or special. And we do live, so we're going to crunch here, I think. I could also Icicle Crash predicting Urshifu. Or I could Ice Shard just to make sure I hit. I don't think you switch. I don't think you, yeah, I'm gonna crunch. Oh, you could have Ice Shard. You switches, okay, interesting. Interesting. Maybe he was I don't know what he's predicting. Oh, we could get a static here. I really should have Ice Sharded, huh? He doesn't get a static, okay. Well, that's nice because I didn't even think about him having priority there. ML Alonso. So this is Deoxys. He's probably not going to take... Yeah, okay. So I don't think I even need to swap here, to be honest. I think we'll just Ice Shard. Okay, no extreme speed. And we knock him out. Okay. ML Alonso is gone. I guess it is kind of an obscure bring, the extreme speed on Deoxys. Jax Novoa comes in. He's going to take Sticky Webs. I do still just want to click Ice Shard because I'm not sure he could have Sucker Punch still. I'm going to still click Icicle Crash because Ice Shard, while it may knock him out, it's very unlikely. So we'll click Icicle Crash. Okay, so no Sucker Punch. I did kind of want to switch into Granbull, but I figured if he knocks me out there with Sucker Punch, I'd just go Granbull anyway and play rough twice. I definitely should have Ice Sharded on the DEWGONG before, and I will here. It would have just made the most sense. I think it still would have knocked him out. Click Ice Shard, and we will pick off the DEWGONG. GG's to Ryan. You know, I think he had a good game plan coming in. I just think he shouldn't have told me that he had something specific planned because it made it much easier. I'm like, all right, you know, at that point, it's, you know, it's got to be DEWGONG, right? That's what I felt. But anyways, GG's to him. We are now 4-0. I think that was a 5-0. I think Chien-Pao got like another 4 or 5 kills, something crazy. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like on the video, and if you enjoyed, obviously. And I will see you guys in the next one.